told her anything nice at all. Her fingers listed into a haunting rhythm or two before she pulled herself up out of it and bounced out a popular ballad. Lady Marigold hummed along. "You have a fine singing voice. You should ask your papa to let you sing at these events instead of play. He says everyone has a voice, but only the exceptional can play an instrument with skill." The light drained from her, and the hum hopped away from her lips. "I am not exceptional. Poppycock!" Edith's fist pounded into the keys, creating chaos. Lady Marigold flinched, but Edith would not be soft. She took the girl's shoulders in her hands and turned their bodies till they faced one another. "Do not say that again. Promise me, Lady Marigold. Believe in your exceptionality, especially if no one else will." Lady Marigold nodded, her energetic agreement bouncing her tea-coloured curls about her face. She pulled from Lady Edith's grip and shook her skirts. "Thank you, I think." A true grin. "Yes, thank you." Edith turned back to the keys, her arms like heavy ropes at her sides. "Keep practicing. You'll improve." The girl nodded and dashed from the room. Empty. The room. Edith. Why was she here? Oh, not just in this room, but at this musical, finishing out the season as if nothing were wrong, when everything was. She'd no proposals, no prospects, no pride. She'd lost that when she'd set her cap after a man in love with another woman, when she'd tried to seduce him multiple times and failed. No man wanted her, not even the terribly nice ones. The season existed to find girls like her husbands. Well, perhaps it existed for political purposes, but the only part of it most truly cared about was the marriage part, the mart, and in that, despite her privileges of birth and beauty, she'd failed, due no doubt to her native imperfections. She'd insisted Lady Marigold retract her words, "I am not exceptional." Yet, she could not keep from saying the same about herself. Difficult to be exceptional when you are dispensable. Huh. A breathy laugh that didn't even waver the candles on the candelabra nearby. Not even her breath registered her existence. Huh. She'd learned to play to please her father. He didn't notice. She'd learned to fight to please her brothers. They did not care. She'd fallen in love to please Lord Esher, the only man who'd given her a kind word. He'd married another woman. Bile rose in her throat, and she swallowed it down. It sat like sour milk in her stomach. It was not all bad, though. The man's new wife, Catherine, had found Edith some friends. A duchess's sisters, no less. And Edith's ill luck in love had helped her find her purpose. Live for herself and never wed. See? Suitors and proposals hardly mattered. She did not need them, did not want them. She'd lived most of her life with little love. She would do well the rest of her years without it too. From now on, she lived by no man's rules. She did what pleased her, not what pleased others. She turned and glowered at the candelabra, heaved in a breath, and set it free. 3 candles swooshed into darkness. See? She did live. Now even the candles knew. She lifted her arms through air grown heavy as molasses and let them hover just above the ivory. She closed her eyes and felt in her fingers for the right song to fill her up, because a chance encounter with a fellow debutante had set her darkness howling. Ah, only her favourite dallyrack would do. It always lifted her spirits, no matter how low they drooped. She lowered her fingers to the cold satin keys, took a sustaining breath, and sent her heart spinning into space. The woman at the pianoforte in the abandoned music room hit each note with perfect precision, and Griffin stepped out of the shadow-dark hallway into the ill-lit room to hear her better. Spellbound, despite not wanting to be. Lady Edith had played with just such perfection earlier in the evening, before the assembled guests. But now she played with absolute passion as well. He was helpless to draw away, though passion would always be his enemy.